Okay. It could be just air pressure of me opening the door. One of the lockers hung open. Its contents were tossed around like someone had been looking for something. The door was locked shut, and there was a little electronic box under the handle. A sign was pasted to the front that said, "Danger, closed for repairs." There was a large power box with 5 lights on it. Cables burst out of the box, snaking off to other parts of the factory. The metal was starting to wear, and cobwebs had collected in the corners. The box wasn't receiving power. The door was locked tight. It seemed to be connected to the power box beside it. Right, well, let's find some power then. Every part of this plant smelled old and rotted. I noticed an old bulletin board on the wall. The board contained yellow clippings of newspaper cartoons and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that worked here. One of them was to Norman, who was one of the older guys on the line. Our old break table. A layer of dust and grime only made seeing this sting more. A power panel. Looked like it was shut off. Did I push the switch? The open locker was stuffed with dirty work clothes and old boots. There was a photo of a woman taped to the inside, but it was scratched out, and the face was unrecognizable. Looks like we got power. It was shut tight. There was a rusty looking card slot in the side. Right. The panel seemed to be working again. The power panel still wasn't working. Should I switch it again? There we go. Now we got power. It's upstairs. The door had been hastily boarded up. This was Norman's locker. The door was dented, like someone had punched it. I don't remember him doing that when we worked there. Another panel that I hoped could help me get the power back on. Did I push the switch? A utility shelf, crowned with mismatched tools and items. There was a claw hammer on the shelf. Did I take the hammer? As I took the hammer, I noticed it wasn't as dusty as the rest of the tools on the shelf. The locker was a complete mess. Hidden at the bottom, though, was a magnetic card. Did I take the card? I slipped the key card into my pocket. Another panel that I hoped could help me get the power back on. Did I push the switch? Let's push this one back on. There we go. Alright, we got power back. Let's get back downstairs. The power box looked like it was running again. With the power box working again, the door was unlocked. Did I go through? A rack of flashlights hung on the wall. One of them was missing. I have a flashlight. The smell of dirt and trees washed over me as I escaped the old factory. I thought of the guard I had found, spying against the fence. He looked like he had been dealt a serious blow and hadn't a clue what was coming. But why? Why kill a guard? I had to keep going, to find Rachel. I hoped the dirt trail in front of me would lead me closer to town. And I thought, to help. A rusty old truck had careered off the road into the guardrail. Its front was crushed, and its windows had all smashed. Judging by the rust, it had been there a while. Okay. Oh, this is concerning. Oh, sounded like it was going to start raining again. I don't like rain. I had entered Norman's place. This was the back of the store that he ran. It was oddly quiet, except for the faint sound of the television. Let's go upstairs. I don't want to go that way. Instantly regret going that way. What the hell? One of Rachel's old autumn coats hung on the rack. That was Norman's bedroom, wasn't it? What was this doing there? Inside the cabinet was a small but impressive collection of hunting rifles, shotguns, and even a few items I didn't think were legal here. One of the slots on the rack was empty. The gun I had seemed to match the others there. If the handgun was Norman's, what the hell was he doing with it? The gun would fit there. Did I place it back in the cabinet? No. Though it weighed on me, I had a hard time partitioning with the weapon just then. Parting with it, not partitioning. Or partitioning, actually. Let's see what's going on here. Got some blood there. Jesus. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Norman, my co-worker and one of my few friends I had in this town, lay dead, beside his armchair. His face and shirt were covered in blood. It looked like he'd been shot trying to get up. His eyes were wide with shock, though they were already drying. Norman, what was Rachel doing here? Why did you have her coat? Norman, maybe you deserved better. You probably did. Did I close his eyes? Yes. I closed his eyelids down, shuddering as I did so. I wasn't sure if I wanted to give him peace or if I just couldn't stand to think anymore of what was going on. The TV still flickered some indecipherable channel. I guess this was Norman's kitchen table. He kept it clean enough, but there were water rings from 2 cups still there on the wood. Two cups. The kitchen trash bin smelled fresh. I didn't dig through that mess, did I? Yes. I found a hairpin amongst the rotting food and trash and pocketed it. Alright, let's head back. I used the hairpin to pick the lock. The hairpin snapped in half, so I threw it away. The general store was small, but it was clean. It had the usual things: postcards, snacks, magazines, and canned goods. I never went there much. Rachel usually stopped by after work if we needed anything. The register was mostly empty, and a fat stack of travel magazines sat behind it. The icebox seemed to be unplugged. It must have been off for a while. Most of its contents were half melted. There were various postcards from the area, especially from the tourist traps. One of the postcards showed an old black and white photo of the water tower. It looked to be in much better shape then. My God, what had I seen? No one was dead, but I had no idea why. I didn't know how he could be involved in all this, but the thought of him lying on the floor up there was sickening. The only comfort I had was the gun that I still carried, but it was really a comfort, or a curse. The rain was coming down hard, but at least I was close to home. It wouldn't be long before I got my answers. It was locked. This wasn't the right gate. The gate was locked tight. This wasn't my house.